Daily Broadside, day 930. Last week was my high school reunion, my 31st reunion. We had our 31st reunion. You may be asking yourself, who the hell has a third? We do, that's why. Because last year, apparently, they couldn't get their heads out of their cumulative asses to put this thing together. Now, a couple things. Number one, my sister graduated behind me and is in her 30th year. So they had a Sonny and Cher, peanut butter and jelly. I can't think of any other great duos. Cheese and crackers. Abbott and Costello. I think you get the point. Type of reunion. They had the welcome to the 94 and 95th year, 1994 and 1995 reunion. They had like a joint reunion, which I assume that's been done in this country, but I don't know. We might be the first, but let me tell you what happened, okay? First of all, I was tied up last weekend. I couldn't get to it. I tried to get my buddy Teeter to go because obviously we graduated together, and he's like, I hate those people, and I'm like, I get it. I hate most of them too. They're kind of douche knobs, but I said it would be great to see everybody and just be like, what in the hell have you been eating? You weigh 7 tons. You're really not as pretty as I remember, and all this other crap. So anyway, I just wanted to go just like for the reason you go to the zoo. Why do you go to the zoo? It's not because you understand animal husbandry or, you just appreciate animals on a, existential level. You're just curious to look at things, right? That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to look at things. Now, am I the best looking person? No, I'm not. I'm better looking than most people, but for a 49 about to be 50-year-old, I'm not doing too bad. I'll say that much. And that may be a little bit of braggadocio, but I've also seen some of these other goblins that are about to turn 50, and they don't look anything like what they looked like in 1994. So I've been following this on the book, right? And, and what happened was one of the dudes that I graduated with, marries. We had a lot of like intermarrying in my high school. Maybe that's common. I only went to one high school, so maybe that's it happens all the time. But a lot of people married other people from their high school and all this crap. So this dude I graduated with married a dude that my sister, the year before me, graduated with. And so they get married. And so she's leading the charge of, hey, everybody, let's have a reunion. I keep calling it a memorial. It's not a memorial. I mean, it kind of is a memorial, but it's not. And maybe the memorial will make more sense soon. But she's like, hey, everybody, let's have a reunion. And everybody's like, yay. It's just humdrum, right? And a couple things pissed me off about this because I'm watching this from afar. Because aside from, I ran into a dude who actually was there last weekend. One time in a Jersey Mike's, I ran into a girl at a Barnes & Noble, and my buddy Teeter, who I've seen hundreds of times since high school graduation. I've really not run into, and one of them I roomed with in college. And there were a few girls and boys that went to my college who I'd randomly see from time to time. But outside of that, I just have no interaction with these weirdos because they just don't have any part of my life. Like, all my friends are, there's only one of them from high school. But anyway, what pisses me off, though, I'm watching this from afar. I'm studying, who's going, who's not. And I wanted to go. I just wanted to, hang out and, see who I could hook up with. No, I'm kidding. But I mean, if that was an option, it is what it is. But my point is this. I was annoyed that not one single person from the student council was present. Not the treasurer, not the VP, not the damn understudy. I don't know their names. The quartermaster. I don't know what the names of the student council be. The treasurer, the VP, the president, and the secretary, and maybe there's one other. None of those people, not only were they not there, they weren't even involved in the process. And I'm like, we elected you because you were going to give us free ice cream on Wednesdays, pizza day every Thursday, free parking for seniors, and you were going to, be there for us in our 31st year. And they weren't there. They forsook us like Jesus was forsaken on the cross. See how I did my voice there? Anyway, so I was a little taken aback, and I'm basically like, my buddy Teeter's like, I'm not going, and I'm like, and why are you so involved in this? You're not even going. I was like, I want to go, but I need a partner. And we were going to dress up like Dumb and Dumber and come in orange and powder blue suits. I mean, I was all game. I'd already found where I could buy that, right? And I said, just say the word. I hit send. It'll be here in 2 days, right? And he's like, I don't want to hang out with those people. I'm like, I just want... Amtrak is going 40 miles an hour. So, long story short, there was like some kind of like, you tour the school on Saturday morning. That's what I really wanted to do, but, you know, walk those hallowed halls one more time. And then there was like a cookout at the city park, which is a hop, skip, and a jump from my high school. And then there was like a dinner. Oh, I know, it was a Friday night, the football game, and apparently we dominated like 47-12 or something crap, I don't know. But anyway, so there's like 4 events, right? And I'm like, let's just swing in and do the tour, man. We'll get some barbecue, we'll hang out, then we'll go, I don't know, take a nap for 5 hours. I don't know what those people did that came from like out of state. Like, you go to the tour at 9 a.m., you tour the high school for an hour, and then you go to the park, you have some barbecue, and then just go back to the hotel and take a nap for 5 hours, watch some HBO Max. I don't know what you do, because then the shindig happens. Well, I saw some pictures from this event, right? There was like 11 people there at the tour. There was like 14 people at the barbecue festival thing at the park. And I'm like, who went to the barbecue thing and missed the tour? That was stupid. The tour would have been better than the barbecue. I mean, barbecue is just trash normally. It's a bunch of chopped trash with a bunch of slaw thrown in the middle. But then they go to the thing, and the event, I don't know how the girl got the event, because like there was like she would post this, hey y'all, we're having our 94, our 31st anniversary, or what do you call it, memorial, reunion, let's all go. And there'd be like 3 likes on the post. I'm like, ain't nobody going to this crap. So I don't know how you call up a wedding event and be like, hey man, we're having I keep saying it, and I'm not doing it intentionally. We're having a reunion, and we need to rent out your space. And you're like, well, that's great, cool. We have the weekend of the 4th open. They're like, oh, that's perfect. That's our football game against our major rival. And they're like, well, how many people will it be? I'm like, I don't know. It could be 6 or it could be 100. And there's 225 people in my graduating class. And just so you know, I skipped school most of my senior year and some of my 11th grade year because I was working 3rd shift and I just hated school and I didn't want to go. I graduated, I was 76th or 78th or something like that. Didn't study one time. It was all on the memory. You just barely pay attention. That's what I got me. So I'm not really impressed when you're in the top 10. All right, so my point is this. Like, how do you book an event center for, let's say, $3,000 and not completely eat that at the end of the event when like 9 people show up? Now, to be fair, the pictures show that there was probably 50 people there, but we're counting spouses too. I have no idea what it cost, but I can only imagine it was like $40 a person or something, and then a cash bar. My point is this. I'm going to be taking over now. I haven't seen any of these people since we left high school, and they promised us that these will be the greatest years of our life that we'll look back on. It really hasn't. I've really enjoyed raising children a lot more than I did my 11th grade year of high school. But the point is, I'm going to be taking over going forward because this can't stand, okay? I'm going to take all those people on the student council and I'm going to whip each of their asses individually until we get something going. And then after we do the tour in 4 years, because it was the 31st anniversary reunion, we're going to go to the park, and before we eat the barbecue, we're going to go on a jog. Some of the people need to get out of their Barcalounger and exercise. We're going to do some kips. We're going to do some burpees. We're going to do some push-ups, some sit-ups. We're going to do partners. And, you know, hopefully nobody busts ass in someone else's face that they're not as familiar with as they were in 1994. But the point is, we're going to get in shape, and we're not going to look so slovenly to represent the class of 94. That's all I have to say about that.